Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today and taking some time to learn about how you can back up your files from your iPad and how you can transfer files to and from your iPad to your computer and vice versa. So let's go ahead and start off with opening up your iTunes on your computer. And you're going to notice in the right-hand side, there's going to be an option for your iPad once you have connected it with your USB. So let's go ahead and click on iPad. And this screen will come up. Now you'll notice up at the top is a menu bar where I can take a look at all the different things that are on my iPad. So let's take a look at the screen that we're on right now. As you can see, I have the iPad mini, and the first box over here is going to give me the specs for my device. Here I can also check for updates, and if I ever lose my iPad or I have to get a new one, I can connect my device and I can choose to restore my iPad if it has been backed up correctly. Now, how do you back up your iPad? Well, you can come right down here to the second box called Backups. Here you have two options. You can automatically back up to iCloud, which is great if you have a few really important files, but unless you've purchased additional storage on iCloud, you're not going to be able to store everything that you want to store on there. So a better option for you is to go ahead and back up to the computer that you're on. And you have the option to do that right now. You can choose Backup Now. And if you've never done this before, go ahead and go through the steps to back up the files on your iPad. The next box down here, it really is just a couple of options, and you can go ahead and browse those and adjust those according to your preferences. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the apps on our device and how we would share files to and from our iPad to our Mac. So when I come over to the top bar and I choose the third option, which is apps, you can see immediately a list of all of my apps that I have on my device has now appeared, and I can also take a look at my screen. Here I can actually choose to move my icons, I can delete icons, I can rearrange my pages, and do lots of other cool stuff. So what I want to show you though is I want you to come down, so go ahead and scroll down just a little bit until you see this option called File Sharing. Now here you will see the apps which I can transfer documents to and from using iTunes. So one of the ones that you're going to be using pretty often is going to be iAnnotate PDF. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we would transfer files to and from iAnnotate PDF. So the first thing I'm going to do is come on over and click on iAnnotate PDF. Now immediately the documents that I've synced that are on my iPad device will immediately show up on my iTunes. So let's say I want to bring one of these documents over onto my desktop to save onto my computer. So I have two options here. The first option is for me to simply drag and drop. So I can go ahead and take this file and I can drag it right into my desktop. I can also do this vice versa. So let's see, I have a PowerPoint lecture right here that I want to bring into my iAnnotate because I want to mark this up and get ready for the lecture that's coming up next week. I simply drag and drop it into my iAnnotate. Now, my other option, if I don't want to drag and drop, is to come on down over here and go to Add. Here I can browse my different files, my different folders that I have on my computer, and I can go ahead, select one, and then add it in. So just kind of click, simply go and add. When I'm done transferring files to and from my device, I'm going to go ahead and sync it. And then as soon as it's done, I'll be ready to go. Now let's take a look at another example over here. Let's go ahead and go over to Keynote. We can also do this with Keynote as well. So for example, I've got a PowerPoint over here. I want to transfer it over. I can simply drag and drop. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and hit sync, and my lecture that I've just put into my Keynote will now be available to me on my iPad. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or come by and see me at any time.